There are a few things more irritating in the business world, in the marketplace, than realizing that a vendor or service provider that you selected just isn't going to cut it. In this video, we're going to talk about some very specific things that you can do on the front end to make sure that you get the best possible insurance advisor. And no, the short answer is not just pick me, I'm the best. I'd be tempted to do that, but I won't. So we'll check it out right after this. Hey folks, James here. As always, I'm the Chief Risk Officer of RiskWell, and this video is part of the Real Estate Investor Insurance Academy, brought to you by RiskWell. We're going to dive right into some very specific steps that you can do to help vet out the people that want to be your insurance agent. It's a weird world that we live in now when so much business is done remotely and over social media. It can be very difficult to pick out the winners from the losers, and unfortunately someone being tagged in a Facebook post means nothing about their ability to serve your needs as a real estate investor. So let's jump into the screen share. We'll take a look at some very specific things that you can do to make sure you don't pick the wrong insurance advisor. So here we go. Some things to look for from the good against the bad. The more questions an insurance agent or broker asks you on the front end, the better, generally speaking. Now, obviously, if they're like an hour of 200 questions, that's not a good thing. But if they're a quote factory, if they respond talking about quotes or save you money in the first thing that comes out of their mouth, it's not a good sign. The more questions they ask on the front end, the better, because it'll give the agent or broker better understanding of exactly what your unique situation is, so they can better tailor the solutions to meet your needs. A best practice is asking the prospective agent or broker about their experience specifically with serving real estate investors and about specific knowledge of topics that are important to real estate investors. A lot of the things that we talk about here in the REI Insurance Academy is a great way to quiz them and make sure you're not dealing with someone who's posing as a real estate insurance expert when in fact they're just one of the crowd of generalists who says, oh, well, I insure everything. Well, that's simply not good enough, especially if you are a full-time professional real estate investor. And let me just put it very bluntly. Most Main Street insurance agents, the folks that write home and auto all day, every day, they have absolutely no business trying to win your insurance business. There are very significant differences in coverage, and if you're working with the wrong agent or broker, you could very easily find yourself up the wrong end of a claim situation very quickly. So you're going to want to look for an agent or broker who can demonstrate their understanding of the critical concepts that we talk about here in this series of videos. Concepts like risk transfer strategies, cause of loss forms, policy terms and definitions and exclusions and endorsements, and all of the sorts of things that we have gone into here in the Real Estate Investor Insurance Academy. A couple of extra things you're going to want to be aware of. Think big picture, long after the sale. Too many people make an agent or broker decision based on the cost of that first policy. There's so many bigger things in a long-term relationship. You're going to want to ask about their office, their team. What sort of investments have they made in technology and resources that deliver you the best possible client experience? Because those are the things that are going to make you either love them or hate them later on. So the things that are going to drive you crazy specifically is going to be unresponsive sales team. They don't help when you need advice on a claim. They're not proactive in their communication. They don't demonstrate a thorough understanding of how coverage applies to unique claim situations. They're simply not going to be there in the way that you deserve when you need them most. The great agents out there are plenty of good agents and brokers other than RiskWell, of course. We are simply one of the good guys. There are lots of others in your local market probably. Please forgive me there. Let me go ahead and take that and make it go away. So that is probably the biggest thing that you need to be aware of. And generally speaking, and yes, I'm going to throw some shade here. I don't really get shy about any of this stuff. Generally speaking, there are exceptions, but for the most part, your Main Street agencies, your State Farms, Allstates, Farmers, Nationwide, your Liberty Mutual agent. They simply aren't set up. They're not trained. They're not equipped to meet the needs of real estate agents. Every once in a while, you'll get lucky and find someone who knows what they're doing, but the vast majority of them will say, "Oh yeah, I can do it." No, they can't. They can't do it. Sit down, shut up, stay in your lane, Mr. Home and Auto Agent. So that's about it. That's all there is to it. And yeah, I'm a little bit more direct in this video because I feel very strongly about people misleading real estate investors trying to win business and earn that commission. So if you have any questions on how you can better determine the good from the bad, I'd love to talk with you about it. Please drop a comment below on this video or hit us up on our website, riskwell.com/consultation. Call us at the office, 469-678-8001, or email us at info@riskwell.com. And as I say at the end of every video, if you are getting value out of what we do here in the Real Estate Investor Insurance Academy, please consider liking the channel and subscribing. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel. So that's all for this one. We'll see you next time. Please remember, boys and girls, life is risky. Risk well.